Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Atlanta, Georgia at the Phillips Arena. The Hawks still playing on their home court in this one. They like their chances, but this could be a tough game for them. Facing up against a talented roster, they'll have to show that they're the better team. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Brand. Sefolosha comes in for Paul Millsap. Kent Bazemore is checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Schroeder in for T. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Robin Lopez is checked in for Kaman. Wright comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Damian Lillard. On the floor for Portland. Mr. Clutch! With Terrell Wright, and it's Blake in at the point. Mr. Clutch, he's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. 1:03 left in the first. Here's Schroeder. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Just 5 to shoot. Scott. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, Portland, Oregon is a very different kind of NBA town. A popular motto around here is keep Portland weird. So a sort of counterculture that the fans and the citizens in Portland embrace. But it's a one-team town, and the fans have always shown incredible support for their beloved Blazers.
Lopez a screen. Batum wide open. He fires. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Now you can see why the defense is willing to let him take that shot. That's really not his range.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Here's Scott. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
And this is why you need size inside. The ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot.
Cullen passes to Lopez. The layup off target. Coming up Monday. And that concludes the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
So difficult to get a shot off against this defense. They are really playing hard.
Yeah, they're playing hard, and they pride themselves on making it tough for their opponents.
Mr. Clutch in at shooting guard. Sefolosha is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Kent Bazemore. And it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Wright. They set the pick. Clock at 6. Fires for 3. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Bazemore.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, the Atlanta Hawks, a team that looks to spread the floor with shooting. Coach Mike Budenholzer said we don't want to just be a three-point shooting team. We want to get to the rim first. By creating that space, we give our guards and our bigs a chance to attack. If the paint is taken away, we'll look for our shooters. Good strategy, Kevin.
Coach Bud coming from San Antonio, Doris. The Hawks trying to create that same kind of spacing. Here's Mr. Clutch. Offensive rebound. Sefolosha dishes to Schroeder. And Bazemore kicks to Schroeder. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Goes back up. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket for Mr. Clutch. Young players often struggle in their first NBA action. He was no different, just couldn't quite keep up with the pace at times.
And, you know, that's something that will get easier as he sticks around. I mean, the team did come out with the win, though, and he was able to be a part of a winning game, so that's positive.
Atlanta making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Portland. Now here's McCollum. T right on him. Right from outside, and that one's good. Wright's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Here's Mr. Clutch, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Mr. Clutch has got 5 points in the quarter. Trailblazers leading by 3. And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. That's his first foul. Atlanta making some changes. Eldon Brand's checked in for Mike Scott. Corver comes in for Cephalosha. And it's Teagan for Dennis Schroeder. Portland also making some changes. Chris Kamen's checked in for Lopez. Flalo comes in for McCollum. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Steve Blake.
Right now, they've got that field goal percentage up in the low 50s.
Yeah, they're really starting to put it together offensively, looking to build on this lead. Aldridge can do so many things on a basketball floor. It shouldn't really come as a surprise when he switches his style up. Last year, I thought he played a lot more with his back to the basket. And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks just to get you some open looks like that one.
Lillard, the pass to Aldridge. Back to Lillard. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And to add what you said about Aldridge, the years before his last season, he tended to face up to the basket. Clark shoot over people, which was fine as he was so gifted at it.
That, with the change to the Blazers' offensive scheme.
Close game as we wrap up the second quarter.
Well, Damian,
Okay, guys, we got a few minutes here. Let's go over a few things before we get going again.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, the magic touch with the ball. He just made great decisions, piling up the assists there in the first half.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Batum and Aldridge are the power tandem. Damian Lillard out there with a flout. And it's Kaman in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Teague against Lillard. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 6 rebounds in the game. Mr. Clutch is checked in for Atlanta. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. He wants them running a disciplined, organized offense with an emphasis on setting screens and creating open shots on the floor for their shooters. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
Kyle Korver really keeps his defender busy. He's great at running off screens, and that's where he gets a lot of his shots. And even when he doesn't get the ball, he occupies the defense, which is so important for his team.
Lillard attacking, and he hits it to tie the game up. Lillard's got 6 here in this quarter.
And after that last game, Clark, I'm not surprised to see him so hot. He's got it rolling right now.
Millsap a screen on Lillard. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Millsap. Here's Carroll. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. That one is on Kaman.
It seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from. Well, Paul Millsap has said he doesn't feel undersized anymore with the way the league is going. But more emphasis now on spreading the floor so Millsap fits in easier and can always find somebody to guard.
Here's Mr. Clutch. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And for Millsap, frankly, his height has really never been an issue. I mean, this is a guy who was a big-time rebounder throughout his days in college. But even though he's only 6'7", that 7-foot wingspan helps, and he's strong enough to hold his own with most forwards in the league.
Kaman inside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. 8 points for Chris Kaman.
When the size advantage is that pronounced, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
No question, guys, that Millsap can rebound and defend the power forward position with the best of them.
Yeah, you remember he led the NCAA in rebounding all 3 of his seasons at Louisiana Tech. So this guy has a nose for the ball. Now,
here's Lillard. 17 points in the game. For the lead, and it's finished off by Kaman as he lays it in. Kaman's got 10 points in the game. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Portland.
Now we've seen them make that extra effort rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace, and sending shots back.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
5 on the clock. Here's Mr. Clutch with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. 8 points for him.
Still went down, but with no defense anywhere near him, he might as well just go straight up. No need to fade away.
Lillard attacking, and that one's good.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
For Atlanta, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Right side, Millsap. Here is Korver. He's got 10. Clock at 6. Out to the wing. Here's Carroll. And again, it's Atlanta.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Lillard outside. Sent away with authority. Here's Korver. And he drops it in from the low post. Korver's got the lead up to 3 now for the Hawks.
Good, strong move, and not much defense there.
Lillard outside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2.
Damian Lillard off to a great start to his NBA career. Year 1, he was the 4th ever unanimous Rookie of the Year. And then year 2, his first All-Star appearance.
And Damian Lillard last season, the first player in NBA history to compete in all 5 major All-Star events.
Well, let's count them off right now, partner. He did the Rising Stars Challenge, the skills event, 3-point shootout, the dunk contest, and he played in the big game on Sunday.
That's a busy weekend.
That's a full weekend, and the young fellow handled himself well in all 5 of them.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, the issue really with Atlanta this year and moving forward isn't that they're a bad team. They've just been kind of stuck in that middle road of mediocrity. They're competitive, play hard. They're hoping to find a way to get to the next level now.
And with Atlanta.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Mr. Clutch, he's in at the point. Paul Millsap out there with Cephalosha. Then there's Scott, and it's Bazemore at the 2 spot. So that's the Hawks 5. No good for Mr. Clutch. Here's McCollum. Off target with that shot. And so the Hawks take the win.
Gentlemen, I'm here.
Yo, I go by the name of Pharrell.